Hello, good evening, and welcome to tonight's episode of Become a Better Man. My name is Tunde Disu. Thank you for taking the time out to be part of tonight's program. Thank you for all your support, your feedbacks, and everything that you've been doing to support this platform. I appreciate it. Tonight, we are going to continue with the topic that we were looking at last week. Remember, last week we started looking at what it takes to make friends in adulthood, what it takes or what is required, or how to make friends and how to keep friends and maintain good friendship, especially when you've become an adult. And like we said, it's easier for children or young people, young ones, to make friends. But as you grow older, it tends to be more difficult and more demanding and less incentive to make friends. And so we were looking at whether that is something that is peculiar or there's a reason behind it. And if so, what can we do to overcome those obstacles, as it were, or grow the backbone really to go out and start again and try again. So that was what we were looking at last week. And thank you for the wonderful response and responses and comments and sharing and everything. I'm honored. Thank you. But also, before I go on tonight, I want to give a shout out to my very good friend Michael and Grace Oguda, who reached out to me and asked me to, or suggested that maybe we should also look at what it takes to have friends who are of the opposite sex. And so that's what we're going to be looking at tonight. So thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Grace. And if you have not seen any of their programs or been opportune to join them on any of their programs, I highly recommend it. They talk a lot about relationships, especially in the area of marriage and things like that. So please find them on Facebook and all other media handles, and you'll be glad. You will be blessed, I can assure you that. So tonight, we're going to be looking at how to make friends, how to keep friends, how to maintain good friendship relationship with people, especially those of the opposite sex. So if you're a man, I'm talking of how to make friends with a woman, and if you're a woman, I'm talking of how to make friends and keep friends with a man that is pure, that is no string attached, and all of that. We talk a lot about friendship. We tend to use the word friend or friendship to some degree carelessly and just freely, frivolously, and all of that. And sometimes we lose the emphasis of what it means to have a friend, or what the word friendship is all about. We take our friends for granted. We walk all over them. We abuse them. We use them. We discard them like a one battery and all of that. But you see, the moment you call somebody a friend, the moment you regard and relate to somebody as a friend, it's gone beyond the casual. It is gone beyond the highs and the buys. Any person that you have, that you call a friend, it's gone beyond few conversations that you have at work, or that you have at church, or that you have during lunch, or when you are on the train or on the bus, or even the people that are on your Facebook list as your friends, on your Twitter followers, and your LinkedIn connections, and your TikToks and all of that. Friendship is deeper, is stronger, is greater, is more involved than that. Now, there's nothing wrong in having friends that are just high and buys. There is nothing wrong in having Facebook friends and Twitter followers and all of that. But you see, because we have trivialized the word and the meaning and the emphasis of friendship and the usage of the word, it is making us to miss out, to lose out, to not really appreciate the meaning of the word friendship. Because to become another person's friend, in the true sense of it, it will take it means you have taken the other person into your quote and unquote inner circle. They've become close to you. They are sharing life with you. They are sharing fellowship with you. They are experiencing this life and humanity with you. Their lives and yours have become knitted together to a certain degree that you are almost inseparable. Friendship is more than what you do at lunchtime or the barbecue you have once a year during summer. It is more than just going to the shopping mall together, or spending time as ladies would do, spending a long time in the ladies when you are out and about. There is more to friendship than all of that. A good, genuine friendship is completely, it requires you to, number one, be unselfish. Because friendship is a product of serving the other person. True friendship thrives and exists and functions on the platform of service. A true friendship seeks no benefit or any return to himself or herself. No, true friendship gives the other person the advantage. Thinks about the other person before yourself. Put the other person in a comfort zone before you do yourself. True friendship is not about what's in it for me. True friendship is about what can I do to make your life better, to make you comfortable, to enrich you, to add values to you, to help you, to be there for you, to be the very first person that you think about. In the rain, in the sun, whether it is good, whether it is bad, or in between. Who is that person in your life and in my life today that you can point to as your good friend? Do you even know? Do you even have friends? Because the proof of your friends or of your friendship with somebody is how well do you know that person? How much of that person do you know? I'm not talking about what they do and what they say. No, their person, their nature, their character, their feelings, their thoughts, how are they in their hearts? How are they physically, emotionally, financially, socially, in their health, with their career, in their relationships and family? What do you know about them? Because social media has made the word friendship become something that we count by the numbers, rather than something that we value for the benefits and the enrichment that they bring into our lives. So if you say you have friends, if you call me your friend, if I say you are my friend and I don't know you and you don't know me, we're not friends. We are not friends. We're mere acquaintances. We are the highs and the byes. Hi, how are you? See you later. Bye. That's what we are. And ladies and gentlemen, that is not friendship. That is a superficial acquaintance, not a true friendship. True friends, the true meaning, the true essence of friendship, unfortunately, is in such a low supply these days that we all just live like we are all Billy no mates. When we see you, we say, hey, how's it going? And then once you walk away, that's it. That person is no longer in your thought. It's no longer in your radar. They're gone. as if they were never there. True friendship has become almost non-existent. And one of the number one reason for that is because true friendship costs a lot. There is such a high cost to having true friends. And many of us are not willing to pay the price. Many of us, we look at the price tag and you think, nah. You know, the value of something, it's not just the price tag. That's the price. The value is what you exchange for that thing. If I want to buy this mouse, for instance, and they put a price tag of 99p, I'll pay for it. But if I go to Harrods and they put a price tag of $24.99 on this mouse, I'm going to look at it and ask myself, is this mouse worth my £25? And if I don't think it's worth my £25, it could be coated in gold and diamond. I will walk away, because to me, it has the value of that mouse is less than my £25. And that is the price that many of us are not willing to pay as far as friendship is concerned. So before we go into looking at how to be friends with the opposite sex, why don't we look, for instance, why don't we start by examining what does it cost to have a friend? What is the price tag? What is the value? What is the withdrawal from me that true friendship will require? And am I willing to pay the price? Because if you are not willing, there's something wrong with that. Just know that you don't have friends. Are you ready? Have you got your checkbook out and your debit card and credit cards and your all those cash that you stack under your pillow? Have you got them out? Because what we're about to go into is going to cost you. So the first thing we want to look at as part of the cost of friendship is that friendship will cost personal inconveniences. It will cost you your conveniences. You see, friendship is more than just hanging out, going to the pub and maybe go to watch the match together or go shopping together. Now, that's part of it, don't get me wrong. But more than that, the test of your true friendship will come when your friend, the person you call your friend, when they want you to do something or they need something from you, and it's not fun, it's not pleasant, it's not palatable, it jars your ears when they said it. That is the cost, or part of the cost of friendship, when it's not convenient, when it's not easy on your flesh, when you would rather something else than this one. The price you pay for friendship in terms of your convenience is when you are willing to put aside your personal preferences, when you are willing to put aside your values, when you are willing and ready and committed to putting aside what you would rather do, say, or be, or have, and you consider what your friend is asking for, what your friend is demanding, what the cost of that friendship at that hour, at that time, is pulling out of your deposit, and you are committed to let them make that withdrawal without complaining. Maybe your friend is going through, or the person you call your friend is going through a hard time, and they're not asking you to pay their bills. They're not asking you to take an exam for them. They're not asking you to go to the other end of the world for them. All they are asking is, just give me an hour of your time. Let me just talk to you. Do you know Most people don't want you to solve their problems. They don't need your advice. They don't need your counsel. They don't need your input. All they are asking for is, just give me your audience. Just give me your time. Just pay attention. Just let me talk and you listen. Friendship, true friendship, can be at a personal inconvenience. But when you call somebody your friend, you have agreed with that person for them to be in your life, to be part of you. And that will cost you your personal conveniences every now and again. Question: are you willing to pay the price? Number 2, cost of friendship. Friendship will cost you time. Oh, you bet it will cost you time. Naturally, as human beings, we are made to thrive and just come alive in a community setting. No man, no woman, no person is made to live a lonely, single, you and yourself life. It's lonely, it's miserable, it's depressing. So part of the price or cost of friendship is your time. But you see, companionship takes time. You can't expect a true, meaningful friendship and not be willing to invest time in it. It won't work. It can't work. Now you could say, well, today my nature is to just be by myself. Excuse me, because my name is Billy, and good for you. But if you are committed, if you want somebody, if you are saying this person is your friend, it will cost you time. Even when that friendship is a long distance relationship or long distance friendship, it will still cost you time. Especially if you live in 2 different time zones. When you are about to sleep is when they are on their lunch break and they want to talk to you. And you look at the time where you are and it is 11:45 midnight. But you see, the price of friendship is that, okay, I'm going to give you half an hour of my time, even though I would rather be sleeping. Friendship will cost you time. Thirdly, friendship will cost you intimacy. Friendship will cost you intimacy. You probably have heard me say this, that one of the biggest price that you pay for friendship is vulnerability. When you say somebody is your friend, you are exposed to them. You expose yourself to them. They get to know you for who you are, not who you say you are, not who people say you are, no, but who you really are. Question: what attracted you to that person in the first place that you now call your friend? Is it their sense of humor? Is it the fact that they're very clever? Is it the fact that they have a creative way of just seeing things? Is it their love for their family? What is it? Is it their kindness? Is it the fact that they are very organized, they are well planned, everything around them is put together in such a way that it just seems like everything is sweatless? What drew you to that person? What attracted you to that person in the first place? When you see somebody, when I look at somebody, when we see somebody, the first thing that attracts us, the first thing that captures our attention, the thing that draws us close to them is the good that we see in them. And trust me, everybody tends to put the right foot forward. But in friendship, if all you see is the good part of them, you are in for a surprise. You are in for a big slap that will awake you to reality. Because every one of us has a dark side. Now, you could say, you don't talk to me about that. I'm the younger brother of Jesus. I mean, Moses was in my house last night, and you should see Peter hanging out with. God bless you. But even the best of us, we have a dark side. So every now and again, that your dark side will be revealed to your friends. Their dark side will be exposed to you. Then what do you do with it? What do you do with that knowledge of, at that point, at that level of intimacy? You must be willing to open your life and your heart to the people you call your friends. And you need to share the good, the bad, and the ugly with them, and expect them to share the same with you. Friendship will cost you your intimacy. What do you call your secret? What you think only you should know. Now, I'm not saying you don't have certain things that are just for your knowledge. Those ones will be there. But in general terms, those you call your friends, they get to know you. Number 4, friendship will cost you your comfort. It will cost you your comfort. You know, friendship is easy. It's rosy, it's sweet, it's wonderful when everything is hunky-dory and everybody is laughing, and we're going to Starbucks or Costa, and we're going to Pizza Hut, and we are having fun. Friendship is sweet and all of that. But you see, there is no way where two of you will be together, there won't be that every now and again, your wires will cross. You will have a disagreement. You have conflict of opinions. You have difference of ideas. Things would look differently to both of you at the same time. So what happens when those storms, when they roll by, and they will do from time to time, every time? What do you do when you disagree with that person you call your friend? How should you handle that person when they speak harshly and it cuts you to the quick? When they say something and it knocks your teeth backwards, like, what? Even you, Brutus, what do you do? The natural thing as a human being is that you will feel hurt. It will cut you to the bone marrows. You will feel deeply hurt because this is the person that's supposed to know you best. And the natural thing, therefore, is for you to be tempted to either pack it all up and walk away or harbor bitterness and resentment and just be ugly. No, that is when the price of friendship is called for to be paid. That's the time when you have to swallow your pride. That's the time when you have to hold back yourself from the natural reaction of being hurt and being resentful. That's the time to forgive. Give that to your friend, the benefit of the doubt. That's the time for you to find a way to restore what has been broken because of that situation. That's the time for you to learn how to come together and move forward together. And I can tell you, you know it. We all know it. That is part, if not the hardest thing, and the most expensive price to pay where friendship is concerned. But if you really want true friends, that's part of the price. Is this helping anybody at all? Just let me know what you're thinking. If this, maybe I'm just talking to myself by myself, but I can tell you, I've been preparing for this since the beginning of this week, and every time I've gone back to it, at every point I'm seeing different faces of different people of different situations, and it humbles me. Friendship will cost you truth or love. You see, when you are in friendship with somebody, it will reveal truth, will reveal itself. You don't need to go searching for it. If your friendship is genuine, if your friendship is real, if your friendship is deep and strong, the truth between the two of you will reveal itself. Because the more time you spend with somebody, the more you get to know that person. The more you get to see that person, the more you get to understand that person, the more you get to appreciate that person. The truth of that person, your truth will come out in your lives and in their lives. You will both stand, as it were, naked and unashamed. But guess what? Part of the truth that will come out from you and from them is the ugliness side of them and you. Oh, you will see some side and you think, Jesus, have mercy. What? Sometimes you find yourself or your friends being highly inconsiderate, being inexplicably weak and just lack the backbones, and you're thinking, what is wrong with you? They will become so you'll be shocked. Like, are you serious? I've known you since Noah was a boy, and you mean you still have this in you? Friendship will cost you the truth and will also reveal to you the truth in that person you call your friend. So, going back to the first question I asked, are you willing to pay these prices? Are you committed to write and sign that check for this thing called friendship? Knowing what we know now, hearing what we've just heard, how many of these 5 or 6 price tags have you paid? Are you willing to pay? Or you just think, oh, please, Tunde, if that is what it costs to be friends, I think I'll enjoy myself, myself, and I. I'm not willing. I'm not committed. I can't even. Are you for real? You pay all of that for this guy or this lady that we just wake up tomorrow and just like I never existed? Yes. That's the price. That is the price of friendship. At least part of it. Because this list is just scratching the surface. Friendship, ladies and gentlemen, friendship is costly. It is very expensive. But guess what? It is worth every ounce of itself in gold, diamond, emerald, and you name all the other precious things. Because true friendship is priceless. So, now that we know some of the costs or what it will cost to have good friends, let us now look at the topic for tonight. How to be just friends with a member of the opposite sex. What will it take? How can you be a friend with somebody of the opposite sex and all that it is just friendship? It's okay for John and Peter to be friends. They watch the same football, they go to the same work, they play in the same gym, they do everything. They've been boys and now they're men together. But what about Michael and Rachel? What about Jennifer and Lazarus? How do they now, where, how do you work together and still be friends? Especially when you're of the opposite sex. You know, you don't have to limit your friendships to people of the same sex with you only. In fact, in my opinion, this is my opinion. If you're a man and all your friends are men, something is wrong with you. If you are a woman and all your friends, I don't mean your acquaintances and work colleagues, no, people you call your friends. If as a woman all your friends are women, then you need to check yourself. There is nothing wrong. In fact, it is healthy that you have friends of the opposite sex. You know, there are certain things your friend, man to man, will hold back from saying to you or telling you or just challenging you or holding you to the carpet for. It's a different ball game when it's that friend of yours is of the opposite sex. She will say it and not blink an eye. He will land it on you straight between your eyes, like you better sit up and pull yourself together. It is of such importance that you have friends, not just friends of the same sex with you, but friends of the opposite sex. Because it can be just as fun with the friends of the same sex as it is with friends from the opposite sex. And we're going to go through some of what is required to build that level of friendship with no string attached. It is important. And the primary key to establishing such friendship with the person of the opposite sex is communication. Just like the relationship in your any other friendship or any other relationships that you have, communication is the blood of every friendship. It is the key when you have an opposite sex to just communicate. Because part of your communication will be establishing the boundaries. You will both know where the boundaries are. You will both behave and carry yourself within the confinement of that boundary. Communication is key. So, there are 3 methods we're going to look at tonight of how to develop and grow and have friendship of the opposite sex with no string attached. The first method is you need to get to know the person. Get to know that person. And getting to know the person is there are things that you can do within the confinement of that relationship for you to get to know the person without anything else. The first thing that you must do as a man when you have a female friend or you are a woman with a male friend, the first thing that must be established is that please ignore all the stereotypes. Oh, this is what men do. Oh, that's how ladies behave. Get rid of them. Because if you don't, that will be the glasses, the tinted glasses with which you'll be seeing your friends. Don't feel like you need to act a certain way so that you can be that person's friend, especially if that person is of the opposite sex. If the person you call your friend can't see you and accept you for who you are, they're not worth the name of friendship. So you don't have to act and pretend and behave a certain way to be accepted in a relationship, in a friendship relationship, whether with people of the same sex, but especially people of the opposite sex. You don't have to play the gender stereotypes that everybody is used to just to make a friend, to keep a friend. And no, 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 no. No. For example, as a lady, you don't have to go and cram in your head what the league table is saying of the English Premier League or the Champions League or the basketball, baseball, whatever, so that you can have something in common to discuss with your friend. No, you don't have to. If you're not into football or baseball or whatever, you don't have to. Now, it is good if you choose to, but don't do it so that this person can accept you, so that you and this person can have something in common. No. If you're a man that you are in friendship with a woman, you don't have to talk a certain way or walk a certain way and not be free to just to speak freely, or just for now because she's your friend. Now all you think of is what do women do exactly on Saturday? Oh, they go shopping. Then I must go shopping. Oh, they talk about the latest fashion in catwalk. No. Now, there's a place for that if that is of interest to you. Or if it's of interest to your friend and you want to discuss it with that person. But don't get locked down into, I need to become this so that they can accept me. Don't do that. If you want to really know your friend, just be yourself. That's all they're asking for. That's all they want. That's all they need. That's all that is required of you. Be yourself. Because if you pretend to be someone that you are not, over time, the truth will come out. And that will be the end of that friendship. The second point on the getting to know each other is be open to talking about a variety of topics. You see, one of the mistakes that people make is they generalize. You've heard the saying, every generalization is wrong. Because there's always an exception to the rule. So when you're getting to know this person of the opposite sex, or in the course of your friendship relationship with somebody of the opposite sex, it's important for you to find things that you both have in common. Because that will solidify, will strengthen the basis of your relationship. It will establish a solid foundation for that friendship. So, the onus is on you, on both of you, to expand your knowledge, expand your reach, enlarge your area of interactions, so that you're not just talking about the weather every day. You're not just talking about the office or what happened in church every Sunday. No, that your conversation must grow beyond all of that. Expand, enlarge, spread yourself, get to know more things, get to be involved, become interested in public affairs and government and politics and science and everything else, so that you have so much to talk about. But if all you talk about is the weather, after you've said, oh, it's very warm today, oh yes, the temperature is high, what's the degree here, what's the degree there, then what? What do you say after that? For instance, you might say to your friend, oh, I tried this new Thai restaurant near our house, which I tried. Have you tried anything like that? Explore things so that you can share that with the person you call your friend, because things like that will organically bring up topics of conversations. And you never know. Your friend could have been studying how to speak Mandarin for the past 3 years, and then you said, oh, I was in this Mandarin restaurant, and he or she just burst out speaking the language. You're like, whoa, what's that? That is the strength of being open to talk on a variety of topics. Be willing to let the conversation flow naturally, and follow it up by asking questions, relevant questions, thought-provoking questions, to show that you are interested in the topic and in the person you're talking to. Don't just talk about Mary Kay and talk about the combustion engine of the aeroplane. If that's all you know, open up, learn more, so that you can have more to discuss. The third thing I would say about getting to know each other is let the other person know if you are in a relationship. Remember, this is a friendship with somebody of the opposite sex with no string attached, no ulterior motives. Nothing else is on your mind than just being friends. So be upfront with this person about your romantic status. Just, for instance, if you start dating somebody, you will tell your friends, oh, guess what? Finally, she agreed to go out with me. Yes, we have it. Well, he's been pressing all this on, but I thought, why not? So we're going out on Saturday on a date. Oh, a date? No, it's just a date for now. We're going out. That's what you would do with your friends of the same sex. It's the same thing with friends of the opposite sex. Especially when you have both established that this is purely friendship, nothing untoward. It is important to let the other person know that you are already in a romantic relationship, so that they don't start getting confused about what's he trying to say, or what's she trying to do here. No. Be open. Be open about the relationship that you're already in. That will give them the freedom to just be themselves without having to think, oh, will she misunderstand what I'm saying? Or will he misunderstand the way I'm looking at him? What if he start thinking, and what if she start... No. Make it clear. Make it clear to each other. So, those are some of the things you can do to get to know this other person when you are in a friendship relationship, especially with somebody of the opposite sex. The second method is make sure the friendship feels comfortable for both of you. Make sure you both feel comfortable within the parameters and the guidelines and the boundaries and the principles of the friendship. For instance, at the initial stage when the friendship is just starting, so that there is no undue pressure on both of you, and so that people don't start adding 1 and 2 to get 17. You may just, at the beginning, just want to hang out and be comfortable, but doing it among other people, so that it's not just the two of you. Because the moment the natural tendency is that when people see a man and a woman just on their own, eating together, going for coffee, and people start, you know what I mean. So to avoid any of that misconceptions and misinterpretations and misjudgment, for the comfortability of both of you, especially at the beginning of the friendship, hang out with other people. hang out with other people. But as your friendship develops, as the relationship grows, as the clarity is more open and visible to others, then you can start spending time together if there is a need for it. And as friends, there'll be times when you just want to hang out with your friend. So that's number one about making sure the friendship is comfortable. Don't give room to misinterpretations. Also, about making sure the friendship is comfortable for both of you. Number two, keep physical affection to a minimum to avoid blurring the lines that was established at the beginning. We are all human beings. We have natural feelings, and it is a natural thing when a man and a woman spend time together. Over time, they can start to develop some feelings. But if you have already established that this is a no-brainer friendship, nothing towards about it, one of the things you can do to maintain that boundary is to keep physical affection to a minimum. Because if not, it might be sending the wrong signal to the other person. It might be sending mixed signals, in fact, to both of you. If all you do is hold each other, every now and again you are holding each other, you are hugging, you are... Now, there is a place for hugging your friend. There's a place for holding your friend's hands. There's a place for looking in their eyes and appreciating them. But please, avoid hand holding or lingering when you give a hug. No, don't squeeze the air out of their lungs before you let them go. Hug them and just let go. Shake hands and let go. Keep physical affection, physical contact especially, to a minimum. Number three, in making the relationship comfortable for both of you, stay away from giving relationship advice. You know, when you call somebody your friend, you tend to fight their fight and just really hate their... My friend's enemy is my enemy, and my enemy's friend is my enemy, and all of that. It is natural for you to want to advise them, because during the course of your friendship, they will tell you what's going on in their lives, maybe even in their relationships. The tendency is for you to say, really? Is he out of his mind? Well, what does he think is... Who? No. Unless it is asked for, whatever you do, keep your relationship advice to yourself. Because when you spend too much time talking about romance with somebody, it starts to rub off on you. And sometimes, if you make yourself Dr. Phil and you want to advise and counsel, and they might feel you are overstepping your boundary. If I need your advice in that area, I'll ask. But until then, keep your opinion to yourself. So stay clear of giving relationship advice. Stay clear of discussing romantic relationships. Stay clear of certain things that they do in their own private time with the person that they're in a relationship with. It's got nothing to do with you. But if they ask you, that's a different thing. Make it comfortable for both of you to be friends and still live a simple personal life. Another thing you must do, or you can do, to make it comfortable for both of you in that relationship, because you're of the opposite sex, is You must respect each other's romantic relationships that is outside of your friendship. You must respect the relationships, especially the romantic relationships that they are involved in or involved with. Now, sometimes the person you are in a relationship with, say for instance, you are the man and you have a female or you have a girlfriend or somebody you are dating, and they know that this person is your friend. Maybe you've even been friends before your romantic relationship started. But it could get to a point where the person you're in a romantic relationship start feeling, I'm a bit uncomfortable. You guys are spending too much time together. I mean, why do the two of you just have to go on a weekend away together every 3 months? Just the two of you? What's the meaning of that? But if you respect the person you're in a relationship with, even when that idea comes up, you're going to say, well, that's not bad. We can go on a weekend away, but I'm coming with my other half or whatever you call them. That way, they know that you are not saying we're no longer friends. You're saying our friendship has a boundary. There's a line, there's a demarcation, there's a separation between my friendship relationship with you and my romantic relationship with this other person. And vice versa, as they respect yours or as you expect them to respect yours, respect theirs as well. Because if the two of you then started going to Paris every other month for a weekend and it's not official, then somebody needs to explain what is going on. Even if there's nothing going on, stay away from the appearance of evil. The next thing you need to do to make the relationship comfortable is take some time to do a little self-reflection. A little self-reflection is important. For instance, every now and again, ask yourself, if I am observing two people who I know are not in a romantic relationship, acting this way, behaving this way, doing these things that I'm seeing in my life and this person, how will I feel? What would I think? Will I still think they're just friends, or will I think there is more to these than meeting the eyes? Do a personal self-reflection every now and again. Check in with the person that you call your friend to say, do you know what? I feel we'll need to revisit where the boundary lines are and make sure we haven't crossed it. We're not even getting close to it. It's for both our health and sanity as well. Take time out. Maybe once every 6 months or once a year, just to review. How are we doing? Are we okay? Is everything all right? I hope I've not overstepped my boundaries. I hope I've not opened my mouth before I engage my head at some point. Just do that self-examination. It will help both of you. And as I close, which is the third thing, the third method of building and establishing good, strong relationship with a person of the opposite sex, is make sure the relationship is strong. How do you do that? Make it a point of duty to be kind. Kindness is a seed. When you sow it, it comes back to you in a big, big harvest. Because one of the pitfalls of friendship is that we take our friends for granted. Oh yeah, we take them for granted. You know they will always be there. You know they will always think of you. And so you just don't. It just doesn't demand that extra attention from you. No. If you want that friendship to be strong and be healthy, make it a point of duty to be kind. Show kindness by building your friends up, especially when they are down and they're going through issues and through they dealing with a stressful situation. Show kindness. See what they are feeling. And don't just see it. Express your observation. You know, you seem like you're a bit upset in the last few days. Everything all right in the office? Are you okay in yourself? There's nothing wrong with that. It shows the other person that you are not just hanging out. You are also being mindful of their state of being and affairs. Another way to show kindness is be grateful. Show gratitude. Show gratitude. It goes a long way to strengthen any relationships when you are grateful, when you show kindness and you express gratitude. Let your friends know that you are grateful, you're thankful for them investing their time, their resources, their emotion, and everything else into this friendship just to make it work. Say something like, you know, Shade, I really appreciate that you have time to hang out with me. It means a lot to me because I value our friendship. Things like that is priceless. Also, in every relationship, especially when you're in a relationship with somebody of the opposite sex with no string attached, be open, be honest, and be trustworthy. Like we've said, one of the things you will find out, you will get to know, is the good, the bad, and the ugly side of this person. What do you do with that? But Marley said only your friends will know your secret, and it's only them that can either keep it or reveal it. What do you do with what you know about your friends? Be open about yourself. Share your common goals. Share your dreams. Share your feelings. And they will do the same with you. And when they put their trust in you by exposing you to their vulnerabilities and their fears and their goals and the challenges they're dealing with, that's not the time to go on Facebook and start blabbing it to the whole world. That's not the time to call your supposedly other friend and say, hey, you should hear what I hear today. No, don't gossip about them, because it would erode the confidence and the trust they have in you. You wouldn't want anybody to do that to you, so don't do it to them. When your friends share something with you, keep their confidence. And finally, be a good listener. Be a good listener. The same way you would expect your friends to listen to you when you're talking, do the same. Show them the same courtesy of listening. When they are speaking, give them your full attention. Make eye contact. Use facial expression to either acknowledge or affirm what they are saying. It shows that you are paying attention. And follow up that with relevant questions about what they have said or what they are saying. It will go a long way to strengthen the building blocks of your relationship. Ladies and gentlemen, good friendships, either of the same sex or of the opposite sex, they are always a highlight in everyone's life. They really just highlight. They accentuate different parts and different journeys of your life. And you look back, some of them, they become the great source of strength and support that you need, that you can draw from, that you can go back to, that you can revisit and pull yourself up. Good friendship, they make times good and they make good times even greater. But like most good things in life, friendship, true friendship, is costly. True friendship will cost you. It will require you to pay the price. It will require you to maintain it. It will require you to strengthen it. But I can assure you, it is worth it. It is worth it. I wish you all the best. I hope something what I have said tonight will help you start or strengthen or extend or just go back and work on your friendships, the people in your life that you call your friends. They will thank you for it. God bless you. And again, thank you to Matthew and Grace Oguda for giving me the prompting to talk about this issue of friendship with somebody of the opposite sex. Thank you very much. God bless you. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.